Thanks.
Another gorgeous day, another breathtaking match on show coming up. Former winner here, 2009, Rafael Nadal, one of the greatest players of all time to grace the tennis court, is about to grace the Rod Laver Arena again in the quarterfinals. Up against Denis Shapovalov from Canada. They know each other well, two left-handers squaring off. And it has been so great to watch Rafa come back from so many injuries, but particularly this one, of course, a lifelong foot injury that he has had and managed throughout the course of his illustrious career. We saw him in all sorts of trouble at Roland Garros, fatigue, pulled out of Wimbledon, did not play for the rest of the season, but has come to Melbourne and it's been a fortress for him. Won the first title of the year and undefeated so far. Shapovalov been producing some very good tennis of late in the majors. Still just the one title to his name in Stockholm, but surely one of these big four is in his future. Rafa looking to make the semis of the Australian Open for the 7th time. And of course, we'll be walking past his name as we get ever closer to the court. Dearly love to win this for a second time, of course.
The first of our men's quarterfinals here on Rod Laver Arena. Would you please welcome from Canada, Denis Shapovalov. And his opponent, from Spain, Rafael Nadal.
The applause as warm as the day here in Melbourne. That girl loves Rafa. Everyone loves Rafa, don't they, Fitzy?
I love Rafa. I love the bloke. Why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Hard to find something that you don't love about him. 29 degrees. Weather set fair. No real wind down on the court as well. And I think to back that up, we can bring in Brad Stein. Brad, are you ready? Are you plugged in?
I am, Petch. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome, gents. What an afternoon this promises to be.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a spectacular of shot making and just athleticism between these two guys.
Well, we know he's got an amazing record against left-handers at the moment. Rafa, 21 straight wins. 33 and 3 against lefties at a major.
Rafael, guess for the coin toss today?
Still the same since the first round. Do you guys have any questions? No, nothing. Denis, you take the blue box. Rafael, red box. Okay. Who you want to make the coins? Yeah. Have a Margaret or ANC? ANC. Sim. Margaret, Rafael. Serve.
I'll take this side.
This side.
Yeah.
Can you face there for a picture with him?
We're going to go through the usual numbers, but let's just, as I say, go through those numbers for Rafa against left-handers. Obviously, that pertinent today, 21 straight wins. Obviously, the last loss coming against Shapovalov back in Canada. He pulled out against him once in that run against Paris, but that's pretty phenomenal. 33-3 against lefties at majors. Lost a couple of times to Muller, of course. Gilles Muller from Luxembourg at Wimbledon, Verdasco at the Australian Open 2016. That makes him 10-1 against left-handers at a major. And also 79-12 versus players with a one-handed backhand at the major. Be interested to know. You know, I like a quiz now and again, Brad and Fitzy. I'd be interested to know how many of those you'll be able to get up. I'll give you plenty of time to think about it. As we take a look at Shapovalov, currently ranked 14 in the world, 22 years of age, of course, made the semis of Wimbledon. Fitzy starting to deliver on the promise. I don't know, maybe we've just got carried away with how young the Big Four kind of made it through, that we've been worried about players not breaking through, but he's still only 22.
And it's young, isn't it? And players mature, I think, later than they used to. 22 is a babe in arms, I think, in this sport now. And he's had our attention for quite a few years, but you've got to be fair and give these guys time to mature, I think. And over 5 sets, expecting them to beat these great players that have been established for a decade, to beat them at majors is a mighty big ask. So he's tracking very nicely. Thank you very much.
How do you feel, Brad? One title to his name. Should he have more by 22?
I'm glad he didn't get the latest one he contested, which was in Stockholm the end of last year against Tommy Paul.
Fair point.
No time to be selfish here, Brad.
But to answer your question, Petch, I would say yes. I mean, we know he's an unbelievable talent. He's just a raw talent. Sometimes he plays a bit impetuously with a lack of safety in his game. But yeah, I would say he should have more titles at this point.
Talent will certainly take you far. Hard work combined with talent will take you the furthest, and this man has been as far as anyone else, of course. Former world #1, he has the most consecutive weeks inside the world's top 10. He has been reliable, he has been so robust as well in terms of his desire to come back from injuries that perhaps would have massively derailed other players' careers. The success rate at majors because of those injuries is better than his biggest rivals. And I would argue right now, Fitzy playing about as well as I've seen him play on a hard court as well, in terms of his serving. His movement the other day was under pressure against Mannarino, and he looked good.
What do you think the reason is here that Rafa hasn't won more at the Australian Open? I mean, he comes in at the beginning of the year. Each year it's a priority for him, as it is for all of the big players and all of the pros, you know, but to only win one here is a bit shocking to me. I mean, with the player that he is, the iconic figure, and simply the great tennis player that he is, I thought he could have won more. Is it the quickness of the court, possibly?
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will last for 5 tie-break sets. Rafael Nadal won the toss and elected to serve.
Because I think this year the court is reasonably quick. Sometimes it varies a little bit. It's like a handmade car, isn't it, this court? It's a little bit different each year. It's a little bit different each year. It's not spot on the same, and that's what gives it a bit of character, by the way. so the balls can be a bit quicker through the air. You play under the roof at times when it rains, and so the conditions vary on this court. But generally, in the warmth of the day and early evening, it's reasonably quick. Is that the reason he hasn't won this more?
I would say a backhand pass in 2012 in the 5th set was one of the reasons he didn't win against Novak on a break point. I think he makes that backhand pass. He had a slight back injury, didn't he, against Stan? He hadn't lost a set to Stan in any of their meetings prior to the final in 2014. Not taking anything away from Stan, but that definitely hindered him that day. Obviously, again, a great match with Roger in 2017. Novak was unplayable in 2019.
Point the sits quickly, please. Thank you.
That's the past. We're in the present.
First set.
And right in front of Rafa today is a very dangerous Canadian that he's known for a very, very long time, all the way back in Canada when he was a ball kid on court with Rafa. We've seen the pictures today.
Well, we know Rafa is a power athlete, but also an aerobic one. That's a rare crossover, isn't it? He's done several laps of this court already, just getting ready to start. Here we go.
Thank you. Drifting long.
Shapovalov, I think, thought that was a let.
Well, I thought I heard a let in our earphones, Mark.
Your hearing's better than mine.
Mm.